Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Tuesday evening, excuse me, and this evening we are talking insurance again. Um, the reason we're doing this, I normally do this probably about once a year. Don't know if I did it last year, but I did it the year before, I'm sure. Just before Christmas is a really good time to check your insurance, especially if, as I did when Kathleen was younger, you're buying tech for people, because you need to watch your limits for your contents, etc. Single article limits. If you've got a valuable piece of jewellery or something, watch what your single article limit is, because sometimes it's like 1,000, 1,500. If you've got a solid gold bangle or something that's worth 2,000, it's not covered. The maximum that's covered is the single article limit. And if you're underinsured, they take that off. You don't get the full amount, you get it reduced. So that is definitely something to look at. Look at what you've got just now. What have you bought throughout the year? Have you bought any electrical goods, any tech, any expensive clothing? Also, watch for, especially if you've got stuff for kids, grandkids in the house, things like Disney dresses. Now, if you've got a Disney princess dress from the Disney shop, it's probably, what, 25, £30, something like that. I don't know, it's years since I bought one. So hands up, I don't know the price. But if you've got the Asda version, it's £8 or £10 or whatever. You have to be able to prove that you've got the proper Disney dress before they will pay you the full £25, £30. Otherwise, they'll give you an in-betweenie because they don't know which one it was. So anything you've got that's expensive, make sure you've got photographs of it. If it's electrical, tech, etc., get serial numbers. Even if you just go round this week sometime, this week would be a great time to do it. Go round and take photographs of your house, so that if anything happens, and God forbid anything happens, but if it does, that you know what your sofa looked like, what your dining table looked like, what appliances you had in the kitchen, what your beds were. I mean, at the moment, we've got 2 double beds. Now, previously, as you probably heard me say when I got my new bed, I had Mum and Dad's old Super King. There's a big difference in price to replace a Super King from a double. So you want to make sure that anything you've got, I mean, I've got my old wooden bookcase, it's an antique, it's hand carved, etc., etc. I have photographs of that bookcase. Also, Christmas presents. Now, we all know that robberies, etc., can go up just before Christmas because they know everyone's got their Christmas presents out. Take photographs of them before you wrap them, especially if they're expensive. Now, apart from the fact of I've worked in insurance for years, I remember when I first was insuring this house, and they said something like, oh, it's 10,000 for contents. Obviously, this was like 20 years ago. And I was like, right, okay, no, wait a minute. Now, at that time, I was at university. I was doing computing science. I didn't finish the course, but I was at university. Now, I had a computer. There was a TV in the sitting room. Kathleen had a TV and a video. And you start adding that up. Then there was the 3-piece suite, which granted I got from a friend of a friend. But there was the 3-piece suite. I had bought a dining table, cheap one out of B&Q, put it together myself. But there was all, and I was like, no, it needs to be more than 10,000. I need it to be up to like 15,000. Now, you imagine if you've got a house with 2 kids now. You've got all the mobile phones to include. So all your tech, mobile phones, laptops, notepads, iPads, computers, PCs, extra monitors. Then you've got all your TVs. How many TVs are in your house? Check what you've got. Take photographs. As I say, easiest way to do it just now is just walk through all the rooms and take photographs. Doesn't matter if the house is a mess or not. It's going to give you a basic overview. Also, as I say, your single article limits. Make sure that whatever your most expensive item is covered by that single article limit. And any Christmas presents, any new stuff that either you're giving or you receive, take photographs of it. Make sure you've got it there. Even, I mean, don't forget things like bathrooms, kitchens, etc. Because if something happens to the house, if you've got a flood or if you've got an escape of water, you know, if a pipe bursts, especially in this weather, can I just mention it's sitting at -3 here just now, at this very minute. If you've got tiling, kitchen units, etc., you might not have matching items. Even if you do, insurers replace on a like-for-like basis. So if you had 6-inch square white tiles before, you're not getting the big porcelain tiles this time. And you're certainly not getting mosaic, because the length of time that takes to put in is double what it takes to put in normal size tiles. Insurers won't pay for it. So just check, take photographs of every appliance, even the ones you don't use very often. Because best of all in the world, if I say to them, there's a slow cooker and a couple air fryers. My Jeffrey is a big air fryer, Bungle is the double air fryer. Now, there's neither of them are cheap, but I certainly do not want to be compensated for my air fryer for one of the single person round things that's like a quarter or a fifth of the price. Slow cooker, mine's a triple slow cooker. You know, things like that. Anything that you spent money on, make sure you've got photographs of it, because due to the weather, due to the season, etc., now is the time where most of the time we get a lot of insurance claims. So make sure that you've got details. Take notes, take pictures. As I say, best way is to just go round your house, even with a video, and just make sure that you can see everything. You know, make sure they know what size your chest freezer is. It's not just a little 2-foot wide chest freezer, it's a 6-foot wide chest freezer. Little things like that make it so much easier for you if you have to make a claim, which I hope you don't. Now, we do have the caveat that needs to be put in this video that I am not a professional insurance evaluator. This is just my experience in a job, that's all. It's my personal opinion as to what I feel would be useful to you. This is not professional advice. This is my personal thoughts on the matter. So yes, but yeah, this is the time to get it done. So let's all go and take photographs and videos of our house. Catch you later.